Good evening. Good evening and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies. It is an absolute pleasure to see so many people here, to see so many graduates joining us, to know that we have a number of other people joining us through the live stream. Thank you all for being here. My name is Zach Hilpert, and I am the Director of Interdisciplinary Studies here at VCU. I'm joined on the stage by my colleagues, Dr. Constance Ralahan, Dean of University College, Dr. Mariah Crilly, Assistant Professor and Interim Associate Director of Interdisciplinary Studies, Martha Harper, Senior IDS Advisor, Richard Quashie, IDS Advisor, is also with the camera over there. Additionally, we are honored by the presence of our Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies Student Association President, Arabiyo Ogombati, over there, and Vice President, Tirtha Ratnam, there. And I will have the honor of introducing both more fully in just a moment, or in a few moments, as they are our class speakers this year. So on behalf of University College and the faculty, staff, and student leaders of this program, it is my pleasure to welcome the graduating students, along with your parents, family, friends, and other guests, to this celebration. And an additional greeting to all those graduates, guests, family, and friends who are joining us via the live stream. I would be remiss if I also didn't say hi, Mom and Dad, in South Dakota. I know they have told me that they intend to check in as well. So, hello. So whether you are watching from across town, from across the country, or across an ocean, we are so happy you can join us tonight in whatever form. So my role tonight clearly is to do introductions. And in a moment, I'm going to introduce each of our main speakers in turn. But I first want to ask for a few minutes to give you a fuller picture of the amazing work these graduates have done in this innovative program. In earning the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies, these graduates have chosen an educational path that is both unique and uniquely challenging. Interdisciplinary studies itself, you see, is not a subject, but rather a means of knowledge creation. So let me explain. Unlike most of the other graduates across campus being celebrated this weekend, each of these graduates has studied extensively in multiple disciplines. But these students have not simply successfully studied 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or more subjects. Instead, they have become knowledgeable, yes, in multiple areas of expertise, but they have also pondered the overlapping and interconnected ways in which those subjects come together to create new knowledge. You see, in a traditional major, students begin their studies by taking a foundational course or two that gives them a broad overview of the knowledge produced by experts in that field. But our students begin by creating their own fields with the help of experts like Martha Harper, Richard Quashie, and our third advisor, Tim Marker, who is joining us via live stream. There is no introductory topics course for the individualized fields each of these graduates has built. To give you an example, there was no freshman level survey course in game design and development when L. Tucker came into our offices to create an interdisciplinary degree by that name. But there were courses like virtual interactive worlds and curiousness and story, along with computer science and mathematics courses. L took these and other relevant classes and assembled that knowledge that he gained from each of them into a field that was greater than the sum of its parts. Another example is the interdisciplinary degree created by BIS and engineering double major and VCU Hyperloop team lead Arthur Chadwick. The very apt title of his plan of study, Disruptive Innovation, is nowhere represented on this campus by a single department, textbook, or survey course. Instead, he worked his way through classes like human-centered design, venture creation, economics of product development and marketing, and multivariate calculus, along with a certificate of innovation, or certificate in innovation and entrepreneurship from VCU's Da Vinci Center, and an engineering degree along the way too. Arthur has built new knowledge from these disparate ingredients that will help him continue to be an innovator in ways that no single traditional major could have. I wish I had time to tell you about every single one of the graduates on this floor tonight and those tuning in from the live stream. There are so many good stories to tell. I could tell you about Callie Beattie's desire to use her visual, culture, and media studies focus to help bridge digital divides that continue to drive social division in this country and around the world. I could tell you about Samuel Taylor's incredible artwork that stresses the importance of imagination during hardship. The impressive list could go on and is as varied as the life stories of each of the graduates before you. But while every one of them has a unique individual story to tell, their journey through the Interdisciplinary Studies program, and to this moment, began when they looked at the list of traditional majors and said, "That's not enough for me." These are students who saw what they wanted, learned that the only way to get there was to blaze their own path, and said, "Count me in." So more than 5,000 students are set to graduate from VCU this weekend, and I congratulate each and every one of them. But only the 90 students who will earn a Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies this spring can say, "I too learned from those who came before me, but I took that next incredibly challenging step and assembled new knowledge from old, a field that will put me in the unique, exciting, and world-changing position I've envisioned for myself." Congratulations to the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies class of 2021 for envisioning, then creating, and then conquering a path all your own. You have done so in the midst of unprecedented and, for many of you, unbearable events. As you leave VCU, I thank you for your steadfast dedication to your studies. The future you've prepared yourself for is one from which we can all benefit. I can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you. So now it is my distinct pleasure to welcome to the lectern an incredible advocate for interdisciplinarity and for the success of students in interdisciplinary studies and across the university, the Dean of University College, Dr. Constance Ralahan. In the 3 years since Dean Ralahan took over the helm of University College, she has been integral to the exciting growth of the Interdisciplinary Studies program, providing the support, resources, and freedom needed to offer new classes, expand our advising and faculty teams, and revitalize the degree program. Dr. Ralahan is a visionary leader, taking a leading role in the improvement of general education, strengthening of interdisciplinary relationships, and ensuring that undergraduates are provided with the academic opportunities and support they need to truly succeed. Please welcome Dean Ralahan.
Good evening, everybody. I am delighted to add my voice to welcome all of you. This is a great day, and I am happy and proud to be able to share it with you. I want to begin by congratulating all of our graduates. Completing a college degree is no small feat under the best of circumstances, but you certainly haven't had the best of circumstances during the past 18 months, and still here you are at your graduation. It's wonderful. You should be so proud of what you've accomplished. Despite the stresses of shifting to online learning, of the health anxieties created by the pandemic, of the anger and exhaustion caused by the aftermath of the murder of George Floyd and so many others, you have persevered. Your paths leading to this moment have been varied, but none have been easy. Some have been very complicated, marked maybe by changes of major, maybe by difficulty finding your place, maybe by academic uncertainty. Regardless of the particularities of your specific path to reaching this milestone, all of your paths have been marked by hard work, determination, and perseverance, by inquisitiveness, thoughtfulness, and commitment to becoming a VCU alum. And you have made it. Graduates, I ask you to settle into your seats for a minute, take a deep breath, and just think about that. Enjoy this moment of your success. And I would like to ask all of us here to celebrate you and give you another round of applause. I hope that you recognize how special a place University College is. Your University College education in the Interdisciplinary Studies program represents the kind of education that is increasingly necessary in our complex world. The interdisciplinary education you have pursued and which University College has encouraged has pushed you to explore the connections between disparate fields of study and to develop different ways of thinking so that you will be prepared to solve complex problems, address emerging issues, and contribute to the betterment of your communities and businesses. Your intersectional and outside-the-box areas of knowledge and skills will make you uniquely prepared for wherever life's journey leads you. You know, I've been doing some research into the future of higher education. There are strong currents of thought that suggest that American universities need to grow and change to adapt to shifts that are ongoing and that actually have been accelerated by the past 18 months. In particular, higher education futurist and historian David J. Staley has argued that one kind of university that we will need in the future is what he calls Polymath University. In this kind of institution, all students will be required to have 3 majors, each of which will come from a different broad area of thinking, and so that they are prepared to use different modes of thought in order to address intricate problems. For instance, do you want to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels? Well, you'd need an understanding of engineering, geology, public policy, persuasive rhetoric. You want to increase the number of people, or decrease rather, the number of people who do not trust vaccines? For that, biology, immunology, sociology, history, education, art, marketing, all can come into play. You want to improve American public education? Finance, data analytics, sociology, government, may be as important as a knowledge of education itself. Polymath University and the complex sorts of thinking it promotes shouldn't seem like the future to you. It's here today, in this room, in the Interdisciplinary Studies program. You are living proof that this approach to education is powerful and necessary. And the fact that we are today honoring the largest graduating class of students earning the BIS degree our program has ever seen further demonstrates that more VCU students are actively recognizing and embracing this changing future. It's important to recognize, too, that you did not, graduates, make this journey alone. The number of people who are here to share this moment with you is testament to that. In that context, I think about the writer Virginia Woolf, who published A Room of One's Own in 1929. Her long essay speculates, on other things, why virtually all respected English authors of the time were white men. Really, she doesn't talk about race, but that's her limitation. Virginia Woolf concludes in her essay that throughout history, women have too often been burdened by economic necessity and family responsibilities to develop their intellectual skills. How could a woman spend time writing exquisite poetry if she had to spend her days worrying about how she'd pay her rent, or buy her groceries, or care for her children? In order to become professionally successful, Virginia Woolf suggests, women need a sufficient income so they are freed from dwelling on financial worry, and they need a room of one's own, a room of their own. And by that phrase, she means a space in which they are able to focus on their growth and education, a space in which they do not have to worry about childcare or cooking or cleaning, a place where they can think their thoughts uninterrupted, a room with a door that they can lock. It's a powerful image for me. I hope you graduates recognize that the people here today have given you your room of your own, metaphorically and maybe literally as well. Some of them may have provided you with the monetary support, but they have also understood when you couldn't attend family events or when you didn't return phone calls or texts. They've encouraged you to make your education and the attainment of this degree a top priority. In many cases, that encouragement has come with financial or emotional sacrifices on their part. I hope, graduates, that you will let your family and friends know how much you appreciate what they have given you. And I want to recognize them here. Graduates, please join me in giving your family and friends a round of applause. There's another group I want to recognize, too. A group I want you to remember as you move along your journey, the faculty and advisors of the Interdisciplinary Studies program. Dr. Hilpert, Dr. Crilly, Ms. Harper, Mr. Marker, Mr. Quarshie, all the faculty of focused inquiry who've taught in the IDS program, especially Drs. Crawford, Yoon, and Richardson. We should also recognize Associate Dean Williams and our academic coordinator, Ms. Anitra Heron-Johnson, who have worked so hard behind the scenes to make the program run smoothly. Your faculty have worked with great love and commitment to provide you with the educational opportunities required to help you to find your strengths, identify your goals, and imagine your future. Please, let's give a round of applause to the faculty and staff of University College. I would like to ask you, too, to think about the experience of your education at VCU and University College and consider those elements of it that you found especially helpful and transformative. We know that internship and job shadowing experiences can be instrumental in assisting students, such as yourselves, to identify their best career options. As you leave VCU and establish yourself in the next phase of your professional growth, I hope that you will think about those students who will come after you. I hope that you will think about how you might help to make their journey just a little easier than perhaps yours has been. I hope as you get settled, you'll reach out to offer our interdisciplinary students the opportunity to work with you in a job, shadowing, or internship opportunity, or that you'll consider attending one of our classes, maybe even in person and not just via Zoom, to share your story. Maybe you'll visit campus and give a lecture for all of our students about your experiences. Or just hang out in the Interdisciplinary Studies building and share what you have learned. We really want you to stay connected, and we hope that you will join the BIS Alumni Association. There's information on how to stay connected on your program. The next generation of BIS students will benefit so greatly from the wisdom you will be able to share about how they should best prepare themselves for their futures. In short, what I'm trying to say is that you will forever be part of us as alumni of University College, and we hope that you will stay connected. We are very proud of you and so proud that we have been able to share in your journey. Congratulations. And now I turn things back to Dr. Hilpert.
Thank you, Dean Ralahan. So it is my pleasure to introduce our first class speaker. Our first class of 2021 speaker is Arabiyo Ogombati. Bayou, I've got so many nice things to say about him. Bayou is a model of student leadership and academic achievement. Realizing his future lies in church leadership, Bayou approached the Interdisciplinary Studies program in the fall of 2018 to build a major combining, I can take that off, can't I? To build a major combining religious studies, communications, and management classes called pastoral studies. In addition to creating his own path, though, Bayou wanted to make sure that option was open to others. He suggested and helped to found the Bachelor of Interdisciplinary Studies Student Association, which encourages fellow students to create unique pathways and builds camaraderie and community in the program. As president of the BISSA, or BISSA, as it's affectionately called, for the past 2 years, Bayou has helped to create a series of workshops titled Mindfulness in the Midst of Racism in response to the events of last summer, beginning with the murder of George Floyd, which seek to help students channel their energies into productive, transformative practices that actively fight institutional and structural forms of racism. He has served on the University College Strategic Planning Committee, the Dean's Student Advisory Council, and the University College Council for Diverse, Equitable, and Inclusive Change. I can safely say that this program would not be what it is today without Bayou's student leadership over the last 3 years. Please welcome Arabiyo Ogombati.
Sheesh, Dr. Hilpert, you're gonna make me cry before I even say anything, man. Good evening, everyone. Before I say what I have to say, I gotta say, we did it. So, we did that. We did it, baby. Look at your mom, look at your dad, tell them we did it. We did it. So for those of you, sorry, my tassel's like slapping me. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Arabiyo Ogombati, and I've been honored with the great privilege of speaking with you all tonight. I'd like to start off my speech with a quick story. So basically, I woke up this morning and I thought to myself, I can't believe that I'm finally graduating. Where had the time gone? I began to think about all the various experiences that I've had as a college student here at VCU, ranging from the nights I spent partying with all my friends, sorry, Mom, to the days that I spent discerning my life's calling as a young person going into ministry. And then another question came to my mind. How did I get here? You know, I never expected to go into ministry. I came here because I thought I wanted to be a doctor, and I just wanted to help other people. I never expected to create and lead a student organization. I just wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself and help build community within our major. I never expected to sit on various faculty-led committees within the university college and share my student experiences as a means to help nurture the development of student success. I just wanted to help fill the gap of self-perceived disconnect between students and faculty and create more opportunities for us to collaborate together. There's so many experiences that I could share, but essentially, if I could sum up my overall feeling of being here with you all today, I would say, I don't know how I got here, but I got here. I know many of us can resonate with that statement in different ways when we reflect on our own individual journeys to this point. For me personally, the underlying tone of this statement is that while we think we have everything planned out, we never completely know how things will turn out when we take a leap of faith. Take a look at what each of you have done as interdisciplinary studies majors. Even though we all took different paths to get here and we all studied different disciplines, the common thread between each of us is that we all found the courage to take a leap of faith that most students in this school and around the world have never done and will probably never do. Faith is what brings this room of diverse life experiences, backgrounds, and perspectives together. That is what interdisciplinarity is. In fact, it was my faith that brought me here to this point in my life. Like I said before, I never expected to go into ministry. Ministry was never even a thought in my mind. But when it came time to answer the call in my freshman year, I stood up and I took that leap of faith. I didn't make this decision with any kind of plan in mind, and I had no idea how things would turn out for me. Y'all should have seen my parents' face when I told them one day I want to go into ministry after wanting to be a doctor for so long. But the thing about faith is that essentially you're having hope in blind trust. A scripture passage that I'd like to share with everyone that best sums up what I'm saying states, faith is having confidence in what we hope for and assurance for what we do not yet see. In simpler terms, don't be afraid to take that one leap of faith because you can't see what's going to happen on the other side. It just might be that one leap that completely changes your life. And so, my friends, if you all forget every single thing that I say up here today, I want you all to remember this. I want you all to remember this moment. I want you to always remember this sense of victory that you're currently feeling because it is well-deserved, especially for what you've all done. It's one thing to take a leap of faith, and it's another thing to take a leap of faith and follow it through. Whether that faith is in a higher power and or in yourself, you are essentially taking a chance and betting on the fact that no matter what happens, you are going to remain steadfast and not waver, regardless of whatever obstacles come your way. Having faith will take you further than anything else in this life. I promise that to each of you. All it takes is one leap of faith to make it big. Then you'll have people growing up aspiring to be the next Bayou Ogombati, or the next Tirtha Ratnam, or the next John Marlon Mirador, or the next Ash Chang, or the next Ava Hull, or the next Lydia Yigzao. I feel like, you know that Oprah Winfrey show where she was like, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. You know, like when I'm saying all these names and stuff, that's how I feel. But anyway, my friends, I encourage you all to keep the faith and finish the race. Keep working to make your dreams real and making your life yours. Whenever you have those moments of self-doubt, I want you all to come back to this moment and remember that you took a leap of faith and you made it. Know that you are trailblazing a new path for all those who are coming after you because you weren't afraid to take a chance and forge your own path. You are all pioneers of interdisciplinarity in the 21st century. And the best part about all of this is that this is only the beginning of your lives. Congratulations, class of 2021, and I wish you all good luck. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bayou. Our second class of 2021 speaker is Tirtha Ratnam. Tirtha is an enthusiastic interdisciplinarian, designing a plan of study in cognitive science and behavioral biology that brought together coursework from biology, philosophy, psychology, and computer science to prepare for graduate school and a career as a research scientist. Like Bayou, Tirtha has served her fellow students well as a leader in the BIS Student Association, rising to the position of vice president during this current academic year. Also like Bayou, she was instrumental in the creation and leading and success of the Mindfulness in the Midst of Racism series and carried that belief in the power of mindfulness into a position as a research assistant in the Wellbeing Lab at VCU. Tirtha's desire to make the world a better place through science and human understanding has been clear and well shared throughout her time in the IDS program. It is my pleasure to please ask you all to welcome Tirtha Ratnam.
Hello, everyone, and thank you all for the very warm introduction. It is such a pleasure to be here celebrating the culmination of all of the hard work we've put in to finally get here tonight. So congratulations again to all of us. I'm really thankful that I'm actually here in person making real eye contact with so many of you because I honestly have begun to associate a lot of you with just positions on my Zoom screen, like over there, maybe like the top left, and maybe you were kind of in the bottom right of my 3 p.m. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Tirtha Ratnam. As an Indian American woman in the STEM field, there are a lot of boxes that people attempt to put me in. First of all, they don't believe that I actually created this major for myself. They think, oh, well, you know, you're Asian, so your parents probably wanted you to go into STEM. So it's especially confusing when I explain that what I want to study is a combination of psychology, biology, and philosophy. Because that's not really what you do in college, right? College is about specificity, it's about specialization, and narrowing down one's focus. But here we all are doing just the opposite. We are widening our perspectives. We're drawing from 2 or 3 or even 4 disciplines to inform our knowledge. For some people, it's counterintuitive, but for me and for all of you guys here today, it made perfect sense. I wanted my education to represent who I am as a person: open-minded, curious, multifaceted. And I'd like to think that I've embraced the philosophy of interdisciplinarity in my life outside of academia. I'm the guitarist of my band, The Bottom Floors. Shout out them on Spotify. Maybe you saw us at a house show in Richmond. I'm passionate about the world of fashion, and I've been modeling with RVA Fashion Week for 3 years now. I work in a lab at VCU that conducts research on how mindfulness and meditation helps us to be more compassionate and empathetic. So these are all things I was often told didn't fit together, or that they weren't aspects of my life that could prepare me for the kind of future that I wanted. But I found that all of these varied experiences and everything that I've been doing until this point has prepared me for how I want to make my mark. My hat is falling off, so I look better without it anyway. My mom always reminded me that whatever I did in life, I should always be helping those around me. And that's really the part of our education that's going to matter: how we go out and we interact with our world. So let's take a moment to talk about the state of our world right now, or how we have experienced it in the past year with the pandemic. So right at the start, we kind of focused on it as a matter of healthcare. We were looking to experts, immunologists, doctors, and we were trying to get a grasp on how this virus was going to act. Soon enough, we saw it become an economic crisis. It was affecting our job markets and our resources. Psychologically, we saw the huge mental health effects that quarantine had on us. And from a sociological perspective, our nation was experiencing transformational social justice movements, and we saw really dire effects of racial disparities in our healthcare system. So ultimately, we began to feel the effects of this pandemic infiltrate every aspect of our lives. And without even realizing it, the world actually began to see this pandemic as an interdisciplinary problem. We saw that the successful approaches to control this pandemic involved a synergy between different disciplines and perspectives. But this approach to problem solving is actually one that we've all been practicing here for years through our unique majors. We're in the habit of thinking this way. So we can take these seemingly dissonant disciplines and we can draw them together and make them meaningful. There are people here studying fashion merchandising and psychology, or Spanish and biology, and that's a crazy talent. I believe that these habits and ways of thinking have put us at a huge advantage. So we have this incredible knowledge base, and we have all of the tools that we need to go out and make our mark. But a lot of us here haven't yet figured out that how. How do we take what we have and figure out our path? So my dad often reminds me of a principle in Buddhism that helps guide me, that I'd like to share with all of you today. The Buddha relates the nature of the impermanence of life to the flow of a river. A river is always moving. It's never the same moment to moment. While we might view it as something constant, its composition is ever-changing. It's forever in the process of becoming. I think this is a really beautiful way to conceptualize our own identities as we leave college and we enter our next chapters. At this moment, we're graduates. Soon, we might be working or traveling or attempting to figure out our paths or reorienting them. So embrace the idea that these paths are ever evolving or that they are impermanent. Embrace the array of disciplines you've integrated into your life thus far and allow yourself to explore them even more or even integrate new ones. Embrace the fact that you have prepared yourself to be adaptable and fluid. Know that everything that you have done until this point has prepared you to make your mark. Thank you.
Thank you both very much for those moving speeches. Thank you both also for all that you have contributed to this program and to helping people like me stay sane over the last couple of years. I will miss you both a great deal when you leave. It is now time to recognize each of these amazing graduates individually. So under normal circumstances, this is the moment our graduates would line up and walk across the stage. Clearly, these are not normal circumstances. So a few words of instruction for how we'll recognize the graduates this evening. Graduates, our senior advisor, Martha Harper, will join us in just a moment to read your names one at a time. And I ask that each of you who are in attendance today, please stand up from your chair if you are able, or raise your hand, however you would prefer. Ms. Harper will also read the names of graduates who are viewing this ceremony via the live stream. In the bags beneath your chair are a couple of gifts from the IDS program and University College. If you found your way to a chair that does not have a bag under it, fear not. There are bags under graduate-less chairs. So if you don't have one right now, you are certainly welcome to grab one on your way out. In this bag is a luggage tag bearing the logo of your major program, a gift from University College, and then also a cord. This graduation cord is made up of the traditional old gold and white that represents interdisciplinary studies. For those graduates in attendance today, please put on the cord when your name is called. Normally, it is my honor to put that cord over your head. No luck tonight, but please do that for yourself. I trust that you are capable of that, certainly. For those graduates who are joining us on the live stream, please know that we will be sending you these same gifts in the mail shortly, so keep an eye on your mailbox. Guests, I do want to stress that this is not a solemn event. This is a celebration. So please do not hesitate to cheer as loud as you would like for your graduates. Take pictures, shout. This is their moment, but it is also yours. So let it all out. And with that, I invite Martha Harper to the microphone.
Thank you, Dr. Hilpert. It's my honor to introduce the graduates of the University College's Interdisciplinary Studies program, class of 2021. All right. Omar Abu Elrish. Kelly Ann Adam. Robert Adams. Kayla Arnold Shirello. Matthew Awad. Utsaf Bajgain. Kira Bartlebaugh. Callie Beatty. Alexandria Bilbo. Margaret Brooks. Garrett Broman. Kira Alexis Brown. Megan Browning. Camila Ceballos. Arthur Chadwick. Ash Chang. Edward Chang. Samuel Chisholm. Isabel Kalela. Nigel Jabbar Cooper, Jr. William Daniels. Brooke Davis. Thomas Delano. Lauren De Leon. Sammy El Rafe. Anas Fain. John Ferris. Casey Victoria Gagliardi. Daryl Gerald Jr. Solomon Girmay. Ladera Gibbs. Jordan Glass. Brecht Katharina Hakma. Lula Haile Selassie. Edgar Hernandez. Michael Houghton. Ava Rika Hole. Christine Quinn. Annika Elma Jackson. Omar Jaffer. Jet Jameson. Jacob Johns. Juliana Kennedy. Zakara Kiernizan. Yeri Kim. Nanaose Kwanchi. Carlos Lopez. Dennis McCarthy. Clark Melkert. Mr. Kier Merritt. Josh Merkel. John Mirador. Kristen Alexandra Mitchell. Lan Nakamura. Sarah Elizabeth Newcomb. Samuel Ginrangayan Nafor. Jason Oakes. Brittany Odoms. Arabiyo Ogombati. Max Olarinde. Charles Osai. Kyle Parent. Ethan Brighton Parker. Shantae Patterson. Carmen Pekarik. Nicholas Pronko. Tirtha Rutnam. Patricia Mallory Ray. Morgan Reckley. Diana Romero Palacios. Sam Rosenhaus. Heidi Rugg. Ryan Sanders. Jansen Saunders. Jamera Saylor. Elena Schmelter. Tarif Sharif. Caitlin Shields. Lalena Sylvester. Dare Isaiah Smith. Lucinda Smith. Lucas Sulas. Catherine Steele. Levi Stockard III. Eliza Strickland. Stephen Sislaji. Adashir Tabrizi. Antoinette Tapia Rios. Tufik Hadil. Donovan Tran. Nikki Samoras. L. Christopher Tucker. Sarah Turlington. Daphne Renee Turner. Jamelia Ward. Taylor Alexis Ware. Jasmine Alexis Williams. Sinkyu Wilson. And Rashawn West. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I want to say one more time just how proud everybody in this room is of you guys, if you can't tell by the sounds. Congratulations, one and all. Before we adjourn this evening, I think we need to say a special thank you to Dr. Crilly, to Ms. Harper, and to Mr. Quarshi, who really pulled all this together. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay. I have been asked to remind you that when we adjourn, you and your families should proceed outside to take pictures and do your hugging and your celebrating, not inside the Siegel Center. Okay, so now I want to say again, congratulations, stay in touch, be well, we love you, and this concludes our ceremony, you new VCU alums.